Hello, baseball fans, especially all you Yankee fans. It's Game 5. Um, there's 0-2 count. There's one out in the ninth inning. I'm here because it's been a weird day as far as postseason baseball is concerned. Strike three. One out away. One out away. Okay. I have to do like a preview. I have to do this review of the Division Series now because in less than an hour the LCS starts. It's strange. The modern day of baseball is nearly 1.25 century old. A multi-round postseason began in 1969. This is the 28th season of the Division Series. Yet in all of this is for the first time in Major League Baseball history, 2 rounds overlap, because Game 1 of the National League Championship Series starts literally moments after this on the Fox Network, things like FS1. But yeah, I have to recap the Division Series now. While there's 2 outs in the top of the ninth, it's an 0-1 count, and we're up 5-1. So yeah, Houston's waiting for the winner of this game, and Houston. They totally swept. They totally swept Seattle. It was just Seattle had a great chance. They had a great chance in Game 1, but once they give out that walk off, I went, that's it for them. That was a one chance, and they're not going to do it. But and that 18 inning throw was something, but they didn't score a run on it. One strike away. One strike away. So Houston's off 6 years in a row during the ALCS. Isn't that something? Yeesh. It all started with that tainted year, and it ballooned from there. But and meanwhile, like I said, the National League, the Braves and the Dodgers, both beaten out. I mean, I still can't believe this happened. Here's the pitch. It's a hit. It's a hit. Okay, it's a hit. 2 men are on. Okay, so the National League. The National League, I really can't believe it. I don't know which is more shocking. Philly beating the Braves out, or San Diego beating the Dodgers out. I mean, Philly. I remember Game 1. Game 1, Atlanta just lost it that first inning. But even then, I thought, well, even when they lost the game, I thought, well, they'll probably make it a series. It'll be a 5-game series. Didn't happen. They managed to snag Game 2. That was a game that was delayed for many hours due to a rain delay. And speaking of which, the rainouts are the reason why this is happening. The reason why we have Game 5 now, and in just about a little under an hour, we have Game 1 and LCS. Oh my God, it's a grounder! And boom! He's doing the rock and baby thing. The shot at Josh Naylor. Oh my God! But there it is. We're playing for the pennant. Oh my goodness. But yeah. So there it is. We just beat Cleveland out. An insane 5-game series that lasted longer than originally planned. But it all worked out. And we are playing for the pennant, which would be it would be our 41st pennant if we win this one. That's a big number. But it was crazy. It had its moments, but in the end, we did it. We beat Cleveland out, and now it's off to Houston to give them a long overdue ass whooping. But it was a great series. I may sound a little slanted, a little biased here, but this was the best of the 4 division series. And that was because it was the only 5-game one, and it had so much chaos and pathos. It was hotly contested, which often happens when the Yankees and the Cleveland Guardians, even going, of course, Indians/Guardians, get together in October. It's always crazy. But and tweet, there it is. But yeah, so this show is again. That's Gleyber Torres doing mocking Josh Naylor. Oh boy, you gotta watch. You gotta watch it when you pound your chest like that, because it could come back to bite you. There's Aaron Boone. He's celebrating. So so yeah, the Yankees. We took it to Cleveland. We're off to Houston. That's the ALCS for the third time in 6 years. That's become the rivalry now. I think it's even bigger than the Yankees and Boston at the moment. Maybe because of the scandal of Michigas that happened in 2017. But yeah, but back to what I was talking. That's what I was really talking about before we clinched this thing. The National League, and the Philly just took the Braves out. They're the first 6 seed to be in the Final Four, and it's good for Bryce. He's never won a postseason series. Now he has. It was over the reigning defending world champs, well, not anymore. And then there's the Dodgers. Oh my God! Seriously, how many historic seasons are they going to blow? 111 wins, and they only win 1 postseason game. Game 1 was it, and then they just gave up in the next 3. How is that possible? Do the Dodgers realize they could be the biggest disappointment in sports history? They have one of the highest payrolls in baseball, maybe overall in sports. I think they might have us beat, because the Yankees have always had a high payroll. But to talk to Stanton right now, 2 homers in this series. He's got, I think he had 6 RBIs. He took over the team lead from Harrison Bader. He's kicking ass. He's going to continue to kick ass in ALCS. But back to the Dodgers. They've spent billions building teams to get that 1 ring they got in this stretch. This stretch is now what? In its 7th season, I believe, because I think it started in 16 when they made the NLCS, but the Cubs beat them. And after that, it was the back-to-back pennants. Houston beat them. We all know what that had happened. Boston beat them. And, well, they cheated too, but it's not as big as Houston. But Boston beat them. And then they choked in 2019. 2020 was the 1 ring, and last year was nothing to be ashamed of. They went back to the NLCS, but they were beaten by the Braves, who were prepared for them. That's nothing to be ashamed about, especially since they were a wild card that year. But this year, it's just disappointing. They keep blowing these historic seasons. And if they don't win another ring within the next, I'm going to say 2-3 years, if they don't win another championship in that window, number one, they're going to be dubbed as the biggest failures in sports, even bigger than the 90s and partially 2000s, the 90s Braves. And yes, the Buffalo Bills. Yes, them. Because that's a lot of money spent to win a championship that many people are putting an asterisk on, because 2020 was shortened and hampered by a pandemic. And you know, the court of public opinion in sports doesn't really take the pandemic championship seriously, which really isn't fair. But unfortunately, that's how they treat things. So the Dodgers need to take a look in the mirror. By take a look in the mirror, I mean get rid of Mookie Betts. But anyway, so the Final Four is officially set, and it's gonna start in a little bit over 30 minutes. Yeah, so it's Phillies Padres, Yankees Astros. My predictions: American League, Yankees at 6. We're beating Houston this time. We are beating them. We got to get over that hump. It's a big hump. We're gonna do it. So American League, Yankees at 6. National League, Phillies at 6. So it's gonna be an 09 rematch. Either way, if the Yankees make it, it's going to be a rematch anyway, because we faced San Diego in 98. So anyway, that is my kind of rushed recap of the Division Series or LCS preview. Pick one. Both are suited well. If you like this video, click the like button, click subscribe if you want more of my stories on the the Dodgers, the Braves, the Mariners, and the Guardians. About their eliminations. They will be in the description below. Check them out when you can. And I will recap week 6 of the NFL season later tonight. So stay tuned and go Yankees!